About adds and subtracts decimals and mixed decimals through 10,000s. So our objectives, first one is after going through this lesson, you are expected to add and subtract decimals and mixed decimals through 10,000s without or with regrouping. Next, we have after going through this lesson, you are expected to solve one or more steps, routine and non-routine problems involving addition or subtraction of decimals and mixed decimals using appropriate problem-solving strategies and tools. A short review. Now let's call the process on how to round off decimals. Add 1 to the digit in the rounding place if the digit to its right is 5 or greater. Otherwise, leave the digit unchanged. Drop all digits after the rounding place. Example, a birdhouse was built 6.243 meters above the ground. Round to the nearest whole number. Step 1, we have identify the rounding place. So we have 6.243. 6 is the whole number. Step number 2, look at the digit which is to the right of the rounding place. So yung pinakamalapit na digit or number from the whole number, which is number 6, is number 2. Now, if the digit is less than 5, do not change the digit in the rounding place. So, wag daw nating babaguhin kapag less than 5 ang katabi ng rounding digit. Okay, in this case, ang rounding digit natin is 6. Ang katabi niya ay number 2, which is less than 5. So if the digit is 5 or greater, add 1 to the digit in the rounding place. Then step number 3, drop all digits to the right of the rounding place. Therefore, the birdhouse is about 6 meters high. Okay. So adding and subtracting decimals is similar to the process of adding and subtracting whole numbers. Decimals through 10,000s have 4 digits after the decimal points. Here are the steps on how to add and subtract decimals or decimal numbers through 10,000s. Okay. So example, we have how to add or subtract decimal numbers through 10,000s. So we have example, add 0.25 plus 0.03 plus 0.0756. Okay? So kung napapansin nyo, yung last digit dyan ay about 10,000s. Okay, meron siyang 10,000s. Bakit? Kasi 4 digit ang number niya after ng decimal point. So, step natin sa pag-a-add or subtract ng decimals or decimal numbers na mayroong 4 na digit after ng decimal point. We have 3 steps. Step number 1, we have to arrange the digits in columns and align the decimal points. So if we have 2.25, 0.033, and 0.0756, inalign natin yan. Pagtatapat-tapatin natin yan by decimal point, regardless kung ilang digit ang numbers after the decimal point. Step number 2, we have insert zeros in empty decimal values kung kinakailangan if needed, so that all of the numbers have the same number of decimals or decimal places. So kung napapansin nyo dyan, ang 2.25, we added 2 zeros para matapatan ang 4 na digit sa panghuling numbers or decimal numbers na meron tayo sa dulo. Yung 0.03, dinagdagan din natin ng 2 zero. So, pare-parehas na ang digit niya after ng decimal point. Step number 3, we have Step number 3, then add or subtract as with whole numbers. So that would be, or that would give us a decimal numbers 2.3556. Next, we have learning task number 1, arrange in column and add the following decimal numbers. So number 1, we have okay. Number 2, we have right. Number 3, ayan. Nakikita niyo yung mga pula?
Opo,
Nakita
sir.
niyo yung mga pula sa
Opo,
pinagyan
sir.
natin. Number 4, napakadali. Ayan. So, sino sa inyo nakakuha ng perfect? Raise na lang ng kamay. Raise ng kamay. Okay. Now, let's move on. Now, we have, in solving problems, you need to understand first the given problem and plan for which operation to use. So, napag-aralan na naman siya ng grade 4, ng grade 5, at maging ngayon sa grade 6. So, ibig sabihin, ang grade 6 is just a follow-up doon sa mga natutunan ninyo on how to solve word problems in mathematics. So, sabi dito, you need to understand first the given problem and plan for which operation to use. You may draw an illustration to help you visualize your plan. And then, solve and check. So, for learning task number 2, refer to the table below of liquid and its weight. Answer the question that follows. Write your answer in your notebook or in your paper. Write your answer in your notebook. Question number 1. How heavy is 4 gallons of kerosene? How much more does a gallon of seawater weigh than a gallon of drinking water? Which is heavier, 1 gallon of oil or 2 gallons of gasoline? How much heavier? Then we have solving problem with decimals is like solving applied problems in the previous chapter. Now we need to understand first the given problem and plan for which operation to use. To solve word problems, use the 4 steps in solving word problems. The steps are, we have to understand, we have to plan, solve, and check. Understand what are given in the problems. Plan, ano kayang operation ang pwedeng gamitin sa problem na isosolve ko? And then you can now solve and check. And then learning task number 3, we have solving word problems involving addition and or subtraction of decimal and mixed decimal numbers with or without regrouping. Use 4 steps in solving word problems. Do this in your notebook. Now, these are the problems. Word clues. Okay. So in problem solving, dapat alam din natin yung mga words na ginagamit para, kasi yung mga word clues na yun yung mag-guide sa atin sometimes kung anong operation ang gagamitin natin, whether it is addition, whether it is subtraction or multiplication or division. So careful tayo sa mga word clues. Okay, like itong ano natin, itong binibilugan natin. Sometimes word clues are used to misguide or to lead us to sa maling sagot. But most of the time, ang mga word clues ay madalas nagli-lead sa atin to a right answer. Okay? So, in problem number 1, in a sale, A microwave cost 2,999.99 pesos. Its price has been reduced by 500 pesos. Now, the question is, what was its price before the sale? So, number 2 problem. Mr. Lagrazon has a 15-hectare banana plantation and a 12.8567-hectare sugarcane plantation. Now, how much bigger is the banana plantation than the sugarcane plantation? Word clues are here are our solutions. Number 1, okay, 2,999.99 is the price nung nag-sale na. Binawasan na siya ng 500 pesos. So the original price is 3,499.99. Okay? Oh. Nagtaka ba kayo? Nagtaka ba kayo? May mga tanong ba? May wild reaction ba kayo dito sa ating problem? Balikan natin yung problem. Ang sabi dito kasi has been reduced. Okay? Its price has been reduced by 500 pesos. Kasi nung nag-sale, nagiging 2,999.99. Pero binawasan na raw siya ng 500 pesos. What was its price before the sale? Now, bakit tayo gumamit ng addition instead of ano? Bakit tayo gumamit ng addition? Kasi doon sa problem, 'di ba sabi, ang 2,999 if we analyze the problem, kung i-analyze lang natin yung problem, ang sabi doon, nung nag-sale daw, ang presyo ay naging 2,999 na. Nabawasan na siya ng 500. So, ginawa natin, nag-add lang tayo ng 500 doon sa 2,999. Kasi ang original price niya talaga is 3,499.99 pesos before the sale. Number 2, we have 15 point. So, pansin nyo, ang 15 is a whole number and then we added 4 zeros para matapatan natin ang apat na digit na decimal numbers nung sugarcane plantation. Okay? So, we subtract. Gaano nga ba kalaki ang banana plantation kaysa sa sugarcane plantation? So, subtraction ang ginamit natin. So, 2.1433. Therefore, the banana plantation is 2.1433 hectare bigger than the sugarcane plantation. Okay? So, what have you learned today? Anong natutunan ninyo sa araw na to? What are the 4 steps in problem solving?
Understand, plan, solve, and check.
Adding and subtracting decimals is similar to the process of adding and subtracting whole numbers. The only difference is that you just have to align the whole numbers, the decimal point, and the decimal numbers. Okay? Then decimal through 10,000s have 4 digits after the decimal points. In solving problems, you need to understand first the given problem and plan for which operation to use. Then you may draw an illustration to help you visualize your plan. Then solve and check. Next, we have the 4th step in solving problem. As you have said, first step is to understand. Second is to plan. Third is to solve. And lastly, we have to check our answer if it is correct or wrong. Kung mali naman, we have to recompute or resolve the problem. Now, for your assessment, you have to choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter in your notebook. So we have number 1, when you add the decimal numbers 0.25, 0.033, and 0.178, the result is blank. Number 2, what is the difference when 43.67 is subtracted from 1 to 5.5? Nathan, Leanne, and Abby went to school clinic to find out their weights. Nathan's weight is 28.58 kilograms. Leanne's weight is 30.55 kilograms, and Abby's weight is 25.48 kilograms. The question is, what is the total weight of the three pupils? Problem number 4, Neil spent 24.85 for sandwich and 11.20 pesos for juice. Now, how much change did he receive if he gave the vendor 100 pesos? For number 5 problem, at 6 in the morning, the temperature was 23.8 degrees Celsius. At 12 noon, the temperature rose by 5.7 degrees Celsius. Now the question, what was the temperature at 12 noon? So, with that, maraming salamat, and that ends our lesson for today. I hope you learned, and happy learning. God bless sa lahat. Manatiling mabait at manatiling mabuting bata sa loob ng bahay, maging masunurin. And enjoy the day. God bless everyone.